94.5 Virgin Radio. Very, very pleased to say hello to Camila Cabello.
Hi, guys.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so let's start right off here.
Start right off with these fabulous heels that you're wearing today.
Are you digging them?
I'm digging them. Let me see which ones are higher. Whoa, yours are way higher than mine.
Well, you're in Vancouver. You've got 2 shows with Bruno, which is so cool. Have you been to Vancouver before?
I think I met some fans yesterday who told me that I've been here before, but I don't remember.
Opening up for Bruno, what's your favorite part about touring, and what's your favorite part about touring with Bruno?
My favorite part about touring is that you get to, I mean, for me, I kind of step into another character, if that makes sense. For me, if I'm writing, I tap into a more vulnerable part of myself, and it's kind of like who I am at the core, which is I'm actually like a really introverted person by nature, and I feel like when I'm writing, I go into that place, like I go into a booth where nobody can see me, and I close my eyes, and it's a very personal thing. And performing is the opposite. Performing is me stepping outside of a character and just radiating like confidence, and me just kind of having my hands wide open and inviting everybody into me, if that makes sense, as opposed to me looking into myself.
It's kind of like, you know how Beyonce years ago was like, I'm Sasha Fierce when I'm on stage, and then in my real life, I'm Beyonce. So it's kind of like you play a bit of a character, like not a character, but it's like an extension of who you are.
Yeah, definitely. You know, getting off stage and being like, oh, I know that they had a good time is a really good feeling.
And now that they're getting to know your music specifically, you're watching them in the crowd singing along, and also with Bruno Mars. What's your favorite part about touring with Bruno?
My favorite part about touring with Bruno, I mean, Bruno Mars comes on and he just destroys it, you know what I mean? And so it's like the people that come to watch his show come because they want a good quality show and a good quality performance.
Well, and it's a great person to kind of hitch your wagon onto, because like, you know what, if I can be, no, I don't want to say shadows, but if I can follow you and potentially gain some of your fans, it's only going to ameliorate where my point is right now.
Absolutely. And I think just watching him on stage has made me learn so much. And it's like, I'm not even just performing the set, being comfortable and being like, oh, okay, I'll just do this every night. Like, I'm literally always trying to find a way to make things better.
Let's talk a little bit about the music. So, obviously, Crying in the Club. Yeah. Okay, girl. Tell me about how that song came about.
So, basically, that song had a totally different process than every other song on my album, because it was the only one that I kind of like, I got a demo, and it was Sia. And I was like, whoa, this is freaking awesome. I wrote the bridge and I added my parts, and that's how that came along.
It's interesting because I was interviewing Charlie Puth a few weeks ago, and he has a song called Attention, which is a really fun song. I love that song. And I was like, oh my God, you have written a song that I am that person. Like, I have, not today, but I have been that person where I do bad things to get attention from an ex. Yeah. And in your case, I'm like, I have cried in the club.
Really?
Yeah. Have you cried in the club before?
I have, but I mean, I've definitely cried at parties before. I think parties make you cry a lot. Yeah. They just have that thing about them.
I cried in the club because I was dating 3 guys at the same time, not like lightly dating, and they were there all at the same time, and I got a little overwhelmed, and I was like, I don't know what to do.
Oh my God, did they know?
This is honest to God the truth. I like gently kind of went around the room. It was a busy enough club that I was like, I'll be right back. And then I go to the next one, like, how's it going? I'll be right back. Excuse me, I'll be right back.
You got overwhelmed.
You talked a little bit about writing too. I know last week you were in California. You're performing in San Jose. You have a song called Inside Out that has like a Jamaican kind of Caribbean island feel.
Yes.
So we talked about writing a few moments ago. When you write, do you need to be in a place that's like tropical to get that kind of vibe and feel? Or can you go into your quiet place as an introvert, think about it, and then write it?
No, it's definitely way harder for me to write happy songs. 100%.
Why?
I can't explain it, because I feel like I'm just like a really introspective person, and I write a lot about love and things that make me feel like strong emotions. And it's not that I can't explain it. I live a lot inside my head, and I don't really go to parties a lot. I don't love parties.
Do you feel like drained from them?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, same.
I go and I'm just like, this is not fun. But I think, like, for example, like songs like Inside Out, or like this other song that I'm performing tonight that's like, oh my God, is me kind of, if I feel really, if there's like these lightning in a bottle moments where I do feel really confident and just like super happy, and so then I'll like channel that, or flirtatious, you know what I mean? Yeah. And I'll channel that.
And Camila, you talked about, you know, feeling a little bit lost, feeling confused, having to rebuild yourself. You have a, you know, you're a young girl. Yeah. You haven't been doing this for a long, long time, but you have been through a lot in your career already. If you have a young fan that is going through a lot in their lives, what advice do you give to them?
Man, that's hard. I mean, I think that the only way is just to keep going. Because there's a lot of the times where you feel sad or there are things going on in your life, and I can't even lie. I can't be like, you know, look on the positive, or which it's good to do that too. But if you feel hurt, you feel hurt. And if you're going through a shitty time, then you just are. And you just kind of, you have to accept that and know that life has its seasons. And when that's over, you're going to realize that, you know, life would be boring if we were just happy all the time. You know, once you realize that, you're kind of more at peace, because when you just try to make everything perfect all the time, you're just going to be disappointed.
So why not just be like, I heard a great quote saying, like, you're not meant to be perfect, you're meant to be whole.
I love
Isn't that good? Jane Fonda. Yeah.
Love that.
Yeah. So take that with you. And again, the album's out September 22nd. You're performing with Bruno Mars tonight and tomorrow night in Vancouver. It has been an absolute pleasure meeting you. Camila Cabello, thank you so much. Yay!
Thank you. Awesome.
94.5 Virgin Radio.